every twitch, every turn is just messing me up, man. I went from being on stage in front of 20,000 people down here at Orlando, Cali Orange, downtown. 20,000 people. To being locked up in the bedroom, in the master bed, sitting in the corner, scared to leave, because if I left that house, I was gonna have me a panic attack. Half the time I wouldn't even get to the car, I'd have a panic attack and run back inside like a little kid. This was my life for 7 years, man. I had put a lot of money up from the music in the business we had. But see, now I'm not grinding because I'm not focused, man. And slowly that money is like this over the years, right? Because you grind this year's thing. I'm struggling, man. I called AT&T while I was going through these panic attacks. Called them up and said, hey, something wrong with my phone. Can you check it? Well, they ran a check on it and said, no, nothing wrong with your phone. Everything's good. I said, something wrong with it. It ain't rang in weeks. Ooh, see, I was out of the music business now. A lot of the people, and the rappers and all that life, all that stuff over there, the ones that was with you but not really with you, the ones that called for the limo ride, but they ain't there when we out there grinding every night, those people, right, they were gone. They were never there anyway, but it was a cold reality, because here I'm struggling. Man, I could use a phone call every now and then. Sometimes you don't realize what a phone call can do. Just to say hello to somebody, and I needed it, but it didn't ring. So it's just me, right where God wanted me. Sometimes we have to get to the end of us before God will come in. Like Justin was saying earlier about the desperation. Desperation is the invitation for divine intervention. I started doing this one thing that changed my life and put me here. Okay, I had tried everything. I couldn't do the drugs to get off this, panic attack stuff. I couldn't do that because of my family history. I was going to therapist after therapist after therapist, psychologist, everything you can imagine I was doing. Because I was serious. I was trying to get my life back. Everything been ripped from me. But I started doing this one thing. When I started having these panic attacks, I'd put my shoes on and I'd go outside my house and start walking the block. I had this long 1 mile block, square block. I'm yelling at God, screaming at God, numb to God, not saying nothing, yelling, all different emotions, the cocktail rainbow emotions that you have. Neighbors looking at me and saying, boy, Billy really lost his mind. Look, he out there talking to himself. He really has lost his mind. I heard about that. I wonder why all them cars ain't over his house no more. It used to be like 20 cars, there ain't nobody over there now. It's reality. I'm going around this block and I'm saying, God, why me? Why me? The longer the test, the greater the destiny. You saying sometimes, why it take us so long? Because your future's so bright. See, when I say champion, y'all hear me on these videos talking about champion, you know I'm not talking about sports. Okay, that's an element of it. I'm talking about champion of life. I don't believe a person should be called a champion. You're a fighter, you understand this. Should not be called a champion until they've been knocked down on the mat. Till they've been knocked out and the whole world writes them off. Then we get to define who we are. Because everybody can front run when everything good, when the money right, when the marriage smooth, when you get the promotion and all of that. But let's find out who you really are when the devil strips everything away from you. What you built like. Let's see who you really are when everybody leaves. 17 years I was in the music business, grinding, chasing what the world calls success. The money, the cars, the houses, the women, all of that. I immersed myself fully in that world thinking if I did this, I'd be accepted. If I got to the next level, people would love me, like me, be my friend, right? Everything that they tell us success is, right? They will listen to me. If I got a little money, a little change, I got a voice. Means I'm somebody, right? This is what the world tells us. All of that is a lie. I learned it the hard way. See, every song that I did, I thought if I just got a song on radio, they'll love me. Wasn't enough. The circle got bigger. right? Going to the club, the circle keeps getting bigger when you're in the rap world, right? The more you climb that ladder, the circle get wider. The circle big, but ain't nobody really with you. Can you understand what I'm saying? A lot of friends, but nobody really with you. And every time I climbed that ladder, it just seemed like the hole on the inside got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now see, I was confused because I had success. And success sometimes will fool you thinking that you're in the center of your calling when you're really not. Now I was close. See, when you're close to the calling, you bear fruit. See, I was behind the mic, rapping. I just wasn't all the way in the center of my calling. So that was anointing just because I had the mic in my hand, because that's what I've been called to do. But I was out of position. The fullness of the blessing could not come to me. I couldn't understand it. Like, what is this? Every time I was about to get that real big payday, something would happen. Am I right, Joe? Come on, man. We got let down so many times. We was at the negotiating table with the biggest major labels in the country, 5 different albums, songs on Billboard, everything. Get all the way to the table, did everything they said we had to do to get that deal, but something wouldn't happen. My buddy D was doing this music conference here in Orlando, and he asked me to be on this panel to talk to new and young artists, like to tell them what, to expect in the business and what to do. And I'm like, you don't want me on that panel? I'm gonna tell these people, pack it up, it ain't no good, get out of here, run! He's like, no man, come on man, you got a name, I need you at this event, they respect you, blah, blah, blah. So I did it. My heart wasn't in it. I carried a football over there to the conference with a couple of my buddies over here. We throwing ball out in the parking lot because I'm rebellious. I'm like, I'm gonna show them this music thing don't mean nothing to me. I'm out there, I don't care about this music, right? I get up there on stage in the panel and I put the face on. Anybody put the face on before? Like everything's good, you smile. I just love this music business, right? See, in the music business, you get good at faking it. But that gets tiring, man. It gets tiring to live something that you're not, or living in half-truths, somewhere between truth and the real you and the fake you, and you get lost. It's like, man, I hate this. But I got up there, played the role, sold life into him, told him the music business was great and all that. God come up to me that night and he was like, hey man, I need you to check my music out, give me some honest feedback. God respected. So I'm like, okay. I get up the next morning, I go to check my email. He was supposed to send the audio file. Now I haven't checked my music, emails, MySpace, nothing, because it was MySpace back then. That's how old it was. I hadn't checked none of that in 90 days. I open the email and I'm going through the emails and I see it said, Wild in California, this radio station. It said, so I clicked on it. It said, we played your record last night right here. It blew up the phones. Everybody started calling, requesting it. We played it 3 times and we're gonna add it into heavy rotation. We need you to call us immediately to do an interview and to set this thing up. Now, I've been in the business a long time. I'm like, this don't happen this way. First of all, most of the DJs want some money to play your record. Stations want money to play your record, or a promoter to come bring it in, or somebody you know over there. This is on the other side of the country. I don't know anybody over there in Cali, in San Fran. I didn't know anybody. So I'm like, that don't happen like that. And I didn't send them no record anyway. How'd they get it? Right? I've been sending records for years. The radio station, they didn't play it. How they gonna play something they ain't have? So I was skeptical. I'm still bitter. Like, I don't want to talk about music. But I Googled the station. I Googled the guy, and it was legit. It said 4th largest radio station in the United States, known for breaking records. And I'm like, So let me see. So I called him up. Sure enough, it was real. It was the real deal. They had ripped my song right off MySpace and played it on the air. The record took off 14 days, top 4, knocking the biggest artists off in the game. The record ran all up and down the West Coast, East Coast, everywhere but here. See, I wanted validation so bad. All them years of working, right? People know around here, man, I had this dream of just blowing up. I wanted to show people, like, look, I wasn't just dreaming. I'm like, you gotta, come on, help me out. took it over here. Back then it was 102 Jams. They played it one time, right, Joe? One time. And then tried to tell me all the things I need to do. I need to change the record. I said, all due respect, man, the fourth biggest station in the United States said it was perfect. And you, the 50th market, want me to change this and that and this and that? Just put it on one time, do a slam of the jam. And if they like it, they call in, request it, you play it. If not, I just want it real. I'm not gonna fake it. If it's real, if it's good, y'all accept it. If not, I'm okay with it. They played it, took 10 phone calls, 10 jammits, no slammits. That's the last time they ever played it though. See, that's how sometimes it is local. You got global dreams, what I call, you speak global needs. You heard the Chinese, global needs. And most people speak local needs. You understand? They don't understand that. You go into Google, you try to translate your big dreams down to small-minded people. There's no translation in there. Anybody want to make $1 billion? Get a translation so you can translate big dreamers into small people so they can understand it. That's where the value is. But you got to be patient. Okay, God took this record off. I was like, ooh, we got it, Joe. We got us a record. We're going to get everything we worked for all them years. It's about to pay off. It don't work that way. Same thing, man. The record took off. Got at the negotiating tables time and time again. We get to a label. Somebody says, we going to sign you. It's a done deal. Next day, he got fired. Go to another label. Man, this is the record. Don't talk to no other label. This is it. We're going to cut the check. Next day, that label merged with another big major label. Fell right through the cracks. The record did well everywhere they played it, but the payoff never came the way I wanted it.
That's just kind of the way that life works sometimes. It's Murphy's Law. When things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound on top of each other. And it's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the war path. And that starts with one of the fundamental laws of combat leadership: prioritize and execute. What's the biggest problem? What's causing the most stress? Family? Okay. Sit them down. Explain where you are at. Be blunt, be upfront, and then give them the simple plan of how you're going to get things back on track. Don't sugarcoat it. You give it to them straight. Next, you got some late payments. Call those creditors up. Explain to them what's going on. Set up some kind of a minimum payment plan so you can start making some progress and get them off your back. And then you got your job. Right? You're falling behind at work. Okay, talk to your boss. Face it. Tell him that you're going to step up your game. Tell him you're going to be at work early, you're going to be at work late, you're going to be at work during lunch, you're going to be wherever you need to be whenever he needs you to be there. Tell him you're going to get after it. And tell him that you're 100% committed to supporting him and the company and the mission. And then you get started. And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up. Dig in. Line up those problems and confront them. Face them. Fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow. So in the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you. You made me